It started with a hum, not the kind born from dying wires or cheap speakers, but a low, bone-deep vibration that seemed to resonate in the back of the skull. A frequency you didn't hear so much as feel. At 2:14 a.m., radio enthusiast Elliot Vanseman, who had spent years chasing ghost signals, Cold War echoes, and atmospheric flukes, sat in his cluttered apartment surrounded by glowing dials and aging equipment. He tuned his shortwave receiver to a station that should have been dead. A forgotten frequency, a quiet corner of the spectrum where nothing lived. Instead of silence, the static parted like a curtain, and a voice spoke. Not human, not mechanical, something in between, as if a machine was practicing speech, but forgetting the shape of a sentence halfway through. Identify yourself, it said. Elliot froze. He stared at the radio as if it had grown eyes. Then, trying to mask the tremor in his chest, he whispered, "This is 2-14 Vance. Who is this?" The reply came instantly, faster than sound, faster than thought. "You have already answered." A nerve in Elliot's neck twitched. The clock on his desk blinked 2 hours 14 minutes and 7 seconds. He had spoken 7 seconds earlier, but the voice responded before he finished the question, as if it had been waiting inside the silence, as if it knew what he would say. The broadcast carried more than audio. The static pulsed with hidden architecture patterns that didn't belong to any radio waveform. He stared at the receiver, as if it might unravel. He later described the visuals he felt rather than saw. Waveforms twisting like serpents in a cosmic tide, numbers scrolling in sequences that broke mathematics, coordinates flashing for locations that did not exist, fragments of thoughts, memories he never lived, sounds he never heard, echoes of someone else's recollection. He reached for the recorder. His hand shook. He pressed record. The tape warped. The sound twisted in ways analog equipment shouldn't allow. Whenever he played it back, the numbers changed. The voice rearranged sentences. Sometimes it replied to questions he never asked. Other times, it spoke things he swore he remembered, but which were not on the tape anymore. As if the broadcast wasn't recorded in sound, but in him. Hours passed. The room dimmed. The night thickened against the windows. Then came the moment he would never shake. The station began answering his questions before he asked them. "When will it rain?" he whispered. A flutter, a pause. Then, in 47 minutes. He checked the forecast. Clear skies for hours. Yet, as the clock struck the 47th minute, water dripped down the window frame. Thunder rolled in the clouds like something turning over in its sleep. He asked another, "Where will the next bus arrive?" Static breathed. Then, platform 3. 2 minutes. He drove to the station. Platform 3 was empty till a bus, unscheduled and unannounced, rumbled in 2 minutes later. But the predictions did not remain harmless. Some messages referenced disasters that had not yet happened, reports no news outlet had printed, coordinates pointing to towns wiped off old maps, disappearances so remote no one had noticed yet. The station was speaking from a vantage point somewhere beyond now. By the third night, Elliot realized something far more unsettling. The broadcast was watching him. It knew when he paused to take notes. It knew when he hesitated to ask questions. It whispered answers to thoughts he had never vocalized. At times it echoed the very sentence forming in his mind, slightly altered, as if mocking the hesitation. He contacted experts, mathematicians, cryptographers, military signal analysts, people accustomed to the unusual. They examined the frequencies. They analyzed the spectral anomalies. And their verdict was unanimous. This is real radio transmission, but it does not obey anything we understand. It behaves like it's sent from everywhere and nowhere. Attempts to triangulate the signal only produced more coordinates, as if the station were leading them deeper into an endless maze of nowhere. On night 4, driven by terror and need, Elliot leaned toward the microphone. "Who are you?" The response came layered, multiple voices collapsing into one, as if an entire choir were speaking through a collapsing speaker. We are everywhere you are not. We are before. We are after. We are the question you cannot ask. The room trembled. The static surged like an electric storm tearing through metal. Numbers burst across his monitors, equations without equals, coordinates for places beneath oceans, inside mountains, some not part of Earth at all. Elliot felt the world thin around him. The walls pulsed like breathing skin. His reflection in the window blinked out of sync with him. The time on his clock flickered forward and backward, skipping like a broken thought. The hum seemed to vibrate directly through his bones, rewriting something deep inside. Then silence. The air felt too empty, too normal. He turned off the receiver, but the silence felt wrong. On night 5, Elliot sat before his equipment, hands cold, eyes hollow. He switched on the receiver one last time. Nothing. Just white noise. He leaned in. The faintest hum answered back, a sound like a thought breathing. Then, softly, beneath the static, "Case file 0 will open soon." The hum vanished. Elliot checked every log, every recording, every meter. No trace of the transmission. No evidence the station had ever existed. Except, the numbers remained. Strings of sequences burned into the monitor even after he unplugged the machine. Coordinates. Dates. Events. Places he had never been. Times he had never lived. Possibilities that did not belong to this world. He realized the truth only when it was far too late. A signal that predicts is not a signal that informs. It is a signal that observes, and the observed can never unsee it. This record remains unresolved. The broadcast may return, or it may never have left.